What's up, everybody? Happy New Year. I am here to go through all the programs we're offering January, February, and March. I know a lot of times when I send out information, it's very overwhelming. Even the website sometimes gets a little confusing. So I'm trying to address the situations now, go over the programs and how it's set up so that the experience of registering will match the experience of showing up to the different programs. Because I know y'all love those. I know we do. So let's get started. All right, the first thing I want to talk about is the actual email that you're going to get. Now, I just sent it out, and as you'll see, as you go through, when you click on the programs and what we're offering, you'll notice that we have a whole bunch of different links set up. So I just want to go over those. So first of all, this is a story that kind of highlights, where I came from and how I got to where I am today, which should also resonate with a lot of you and the stuff that you're going through in the youth sports. Which is why I'm setting up these programs for coaches, parents, and players. So I'm really excited about that. This is where you'll register for all the programs as well. So again, I just sent an email out. It's a little bit of a setup, but once you get to this page, this is how you navigate. The next thing I want to show you as I continue to scroll through is the different payment links. So as you can see, we have some huge discounts, even up to $600 off, depending on how many programs you sign up for. This first one, this is our very new coaches, parents, and players seminar. Really excited about it. There's going to be more detail on that. I can't use all this time to talk about it now, but it's what's missing in the youth landscape. We gotta find a better way to make this a more positive experience where there's actually growth happening. So that's what that's all about. These other programs are for the kids, and all the different programs we're offering this winter. Before you even register, what we're starting now are these tiers. There's two different tiers to help kind of separate to make sure that the experience is good for everyone. The pace, the instruction, and the types of IQ we're learning will base off of the tiers that you're in. So if you're not sure which one by the end of the video, this is a video that explains the tiers, and then this kind of breaks it down just a little bit as an overview. But tier one is basically for the beginners or rec ball. And even if you played a couple years, there's still a lot missing that you probably just don't know about yet. So I would start there to at least get some of the base knowledge, because I'll be offering these programs for a while. So it's not going anywhere, but you might as well start off with some of the basics. Even the higher level players, I would say, should start off with some of the basics. But again, that's one option. And the tier two option is a lot more fast-paced instruction. I can't slow down to explain things. It's gearing you, the coach, the parent, and the player for the upcoming season to play at a higher level. So travel ball, but a very good travel team, and then high school, and even prepared, for college if that's what you're interested in. So it's a higher level, fast-paced. Again, if you're in doubt, I will start with tier one, because we're still covering a lot of stuff that's meaningful. Even if you're a high school kid, tier one is going to offer stuff that benefits you more than you think. So it's not as high of a gap between tier one and tier two, but again, there's a little bit of difference that you should be aware of before you sign up. All right, there's an unlimited membership with Redline that would help get 50% off of my camp. So reach out to me if that's what you're interested in, or also just click on this link to read more about it. Now, the actual programs that we have our all skills camps. All right, these are hosted at Redline, so it has where we're located and the different sessions. It also has the times that we're doing them, and then which tiers they're for. So again, if you feel your player can play up, reach out to me, but just keep in mind from January and February, it's a lot more. Tier two is more high school players getting ready for the season. So I'm not as flexible during those 2 months, because I really want to give them the best opportunity to be ready for the season. All right, but if you look towards session 3 and beyond, tier two is something you could probably move up on because of that, the time frame of the high school season started. As I scroll down, again, you'll see the different days I offer these. So we have Fridays, Tuesdays, Sundays. We'll be at Redline doing different types of trainings. Sunday, we're offering a lot of different specialty camps as usual. All right, we have our annual infield camp, which was such a hit last year. I'm talking a lot of reps, a lot of footwork, a lot of glove work, quick releases, one hoppers, relays, just touching upon every part, coverages, tags, blocking, just covering the whole gamut of the infield. And then we also have hitting stations around that as well, because it's 2 hours. So we want to make sure we use the time wisely and not wear you out too much, but yet, keep everything fresh and high explosive movements. All right. As you can see, again, the first 2 sessions All right, we have going on. We got tier 2, so that's more of the tier 2 level. We do have tier 1 and tier 2 opportunities, all right, for session 3. And then also tier 1 for just 4 weeks. So if you want to do Sundays from 12 to 2, I'm doing 4 weeks of it for that age group. But again, for right now, tier 2 from 10 to 12, because that's kind of getting ready for the high school season. All right, but we will be offering it up to younger players after March 1st. Pitchers Awareness Camp, a little modified from last year's pitching camp. Again, a lot of success from that. But, you know, instead of focusing so much on just the pitching and the mechanics side, this is really going to break down the game, give the pitchers that confidence to feel the game, command the game, and also be able to make those quick adjustments that the higher level pitchers are able to do. So, again, 4 to 6 o'clock, all right, tier 2 to start. This is not really for basic pitching mechanics, all right? However, we will offer that for tier 1 and tier 2 for session 3 in March. So for pitchers, you know, circle back. I might have some opportunities. So if you're tier 1, but you might be able to hang, just reach out. I mean, I'm not going to be that, you know, it's still 5th grade to 12th grade. So I'll still leave it open for some pitchers that still may not be as good, but I can't do basic stuff at that during that time frame until we get to session 3. And then we have our annual catchers camp with James Heffley. All right, that's going to be Tuesday nights at Redline. So a little different of a mix, but again, a great opportunity for catchers to get in, work on their blocking, receiving, footwork, transfers, game IQ, and you know, read balls in the dirt, all types of different drills for catchers, where it's not so much about making that long throw all the time, but it's about getting ready so you can execute that. And then my very new Revive playbook for coaches, parents, and players. This is new. No one else has this. And this is geared for everybody. So parents, coaches, players, sign up, come on out, and let's make this experience a lot more fun and developmental for everyone involved. So that when you head to the next season, you have some great strategies and you have some knowledge about how we can make the experience better. And also the transition. Kids that train with us in the winter, we want them to go into their spring season with the tools and the communication with parents and coaches that will kind of keep the momentum going from the workouts we do in the winter. So, again, really excited about it. There's a lot more to it, but again, feel free to click on the links as you see fit to read more about that and sign up. I'm really excited about that program. Now, when you do click on the links, I want to make sure I cover what's on the links so that you don't get too overwhelmed because, again, there's a lot of information. But, you know, I'm offering a lot of stuff. So this is going to be the page it goes to, which is a Google form. All right, scroll down again. We have the different tiers. So depending on which tier you're signing up for, just keep that in mind. It gives you another breakdown just in case. And then just kind of select which tier you think you're at so I can continue to, you know, kind of put you in the right direction of where you want to head through this journey of sports. All right, we have a lot of programs to offer. So the first ones are the coaches parent seminar. All right, and also again, players can attend too. That's 4 sessions. Get it while it's hot. Sign up. It is $200, but again, you're learning so much that, you know, that's still even a steal if I'm being honest. But let's just start with that. Go from there. Let's learn a lot and let's have some confidence for the season. We got our Sunday IQ hitting right here. Again, this is for tier 2. So keep in mind the tiers. All the tiers are labeled on the side here. So keep in mind as you continue to select your days. All right, also at the end, we have the sessions, right? So you can see you're signing up here for tier 2, Sundays 8 to 10, the grades, and the sessions that you're signing up for. All right, the hitting at Redline, we have the infield IQ and hitting camp. All right, scrolling down, we also have our pitchers camps as well. So be sure to sign up for those. And continue on Tuesdays. We have the after school for high schools. And then we have evenings, Tuesdays for the catchers and for hitters later. And then Fridays, we have camps for tier 1 and tier 2. So again, a lot of options. I know I went through this thing quick, but just go through. If you have any more questions, reach out. All right, and then we scroll down here to these first ever coaching clinic questions. So again, I highly encourage everybody because we're all in this together. There's a lot missing. I know you feel the frustration. Let's clear the air. Let's use this time and space to kind of give this experience an upgrade for this next season. Really excited to provide that. So make sure you fill that out appropriately and according to what fits best. All right, so that's about it. Hopefully that helps you navigate the crazy, I know it's confusing, emails I send out and the website, but again, you know, in order to offer the best, to give the best experiences, I had to break it down for some tiers and some other, you know, factors. So I hope you can join. I'm looking forward to it. I know we had a lot of programs sell out last year. Not saying that as a ploy, it's the truth. But I look forward to seeing you. If you have any questions, let me know. Take a look at some of these videos that I posted on these links and help you break the programs down even more. All right. Thanks again. I really look forward to having you out there. Join these clinics. Let's get the players, coaches, and parents right for the season. All right. Have a good night. And I guess Happy New Year if I don't see you till then. Can I say Happy New Year? It's December 1st. Oh, well. Happy New Year. Thank you.